What is going on? What is going on? It's your boy, Julien Stoutt, licensed personal trainer, licensed PE teacher, world record powerlifter, special education teacher, here to take the fear out of fitness. We are about to take off and class is in session, even though school is out. For those of y'all who live on the East Coast, I know y'all got at least another couple, actually about 3 or 4 weeks left of school. It's all good. You're almost at the finish line. To all my teachers out there, stay up. I know you got it. However, school starts for me in August, so I get out early. So therefore, here I am. Last day of school was yesterday for me. Students were out on Friday. It's a little bittersweet for me. I am getting new leadership in my building, all the way around, even in my department. And I've worked really hard this year to be a better special education teacher. So the journey was tough, but I appreciate every bit of experience that I got this year, and I'm going to use that to my advantage coming up next. But you're not here to talk about my journey in education. You are here to deal with the real. So, mukbang or mukbang is what it actually is. And for those of us who are aware of it, the deal is that mukbang actually stands for food broadcasting. And when dealing with this, there's nothing, it's particularly innocent when you first listen to it, when you first hear about it. But the truth is, there's a small sliver of sinisterism in it. As a healthcare professional, as a fitness professional, I am one to promote the major things that happen when it comes to your fitness and your nutrition. It is important that you guys actually understand this, because this is exactly how we get in the positions of trouble that we find ourselves in. Because in all honesty, what we have here is a situation where you are promoting an extreme level of eating. Now, I have had colleagues tell me that this is one of their ways that they prevent themselves from going down the rabbit hole of eating improperly, that they stick to their diets more by watching these people eat things in such excess that will put Joey Chestnut to shame in some cases. And the problem is that while some people might find it soothing and emotionally calming, at the end of the day, you are genuinely genuinely putting yourself in serious harm's way. So here's where we're going to start. Dying for clicks, the gluttonous social media stars who have become filthy rich by binge eating in front of millions of followers on camera at a deadly cost of becoming obese. And this is my stance on it. I don't want to promote obesity. I want to close that. Why is that still not closing? But anyway. Close. Thank you. So, the camera opens on a square table laden with McDonald's items, fries, chicken nuggets, burgers, and fill the screen in what can only be described as a smorgasbord of fast food. A larger-than-life host appears wearing a breathing tube meant to aid in poor sleep, a sign of drastic weight gain, before gorging himself on over 40 emotionally turbulent minutes in which he has a breakdown about surpassing 400 pounds and pins his anxiety on the amount of fried chicken that he eats. So, let me get this straight. You have anxiety over the food you eat, but you continue to do it for the sake of earning $1 that is not necessarily going to go to line your pockets. This takes Supersize Me to an extreme level. Now with Supersize Me was trying to, with Morgan Spurlock, by the way, shout out to him, who was trying to prove that fast foods are not healthy for you if you eat it like the typical American does. The reason why that is because the typical American usually is thinking about not having time to eat. They're running around, they're too busy, they're doing this, they're doing that. So therefore, they go to McDonald's, they go to Burger King, they go to some fast food restaurant, grab some breakfast, right? But guess what? They didn't cook either. So they didn't cook anything for lunch, or they didn't bring anything for lunch. So guess where they're going to go? Either another fast food restaurant or the same fast food restaurant that they just came from. Then fast forward to dinner. They know they're going to be tired when they get home, but they know they're going to be hungry, or they know they are already hungry, and they know they're not going to have time, or they feel like they're not going to have time to cook, eat, get themselves ready for the next morning, and go to sleep in a significant amount of time to be able to perform the next morning. So what do? Stop at a fast food restaurant on the way out. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm guilty of that at times. I'm very guilty of that at times, especially when I was during the year while I'm teaching. However, and when I say especially, I don't want to make it sound like this was an everyday occurrence. It was not. However, there have been times where I've been like, man, I'm exhausted. I'm not cooking. Man, I'm exhausted. I don't have time to go make me lunch. So I need to get my butt, and I still need to work out. So I need to go grab me something to eat real quick, then go to the gym, work out, then go home and possibly make me something then, if I have the energy. If not, I'll drink a shake or something. But Supersize Me was to prove a point. And that point was proven because Morgan Spurlock gained an inordinate amount of weight. His health began to suffer. And it took him quite a bit of time to A, lose the weight, B, lose the depression, C, get his sex drive back, D, regain the health that he once had prior to going on this experiment. But this is a whole nother story. Too many times we have people just doing the most just for clicks. And I'm going to talk about the mindset behind that here shortly, because as you know, we are all about mindset, encouragement, accountability, and nutrition here. So, Nicholas Perry, also known as Nikado Avocado, to his 3.5 million YouTube followers, is an internet sensation from Pennsylvania who has become a multimillionaire by filming himself binge eating ungodly amounts of food and documenting his weight gain journey. Mr. Perry is 30 years old, has come a long way since his first video disavowing veganism in 2016. The man was a vegan. When he appeared youthful, svelte, and jovial, fast forward 7 years, and 150 pounds later, he is a very different person. This is him. Holy sugar honey iced tea. He started out in 2016 with mukbangs of a different nature, more tame serving sizes, oftentimes accompanied with his pet parrot. Has become wildly popular online as in part of his explosive behavior for the camera. The pizza, oh my God. That doesn't even look delicious. And I love pizza, by the way. I am a pizza fool. I'm from New York. All right? And I love pizza. But not that much. Not that much at all. Not that much at all. Mr. Perry, who started out a devout vegan, has grown increasingly extreme and eccentric over his career and as an internet personality. While he began filming himself consuming hefty portions of ramen or a stack of pancakes at IHOP in 2017, he now often eats in excess of 10,000 calories in front of a camera in videos such as titles as I Hate Myself, Goodbye YouTube and Life, and celebrating our 700-pound milestone. The millions of dollars that you could possibly be earning right now is not worth this. It's not worth this. But, so let me explain to you how real it is. Okay, let me go out of this. Okay, let's look at a pack of ramen noodles. First of all, fun fact. Did you know that there's 2 servings of ramen in 1 pack of ramen noodles? How many of y'all knew that? How many of y'all knew that there was 2 servings? Do me a favor. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the comments if you're going to watch this video later. If you knew that a package of ramen noodle was 2 servings, not 1. So here we go. Let's read it, because apparently some of y'all may not believe me. Though 1 serving of ramen noodles has only 188 calories, most people consume an entire package, which equates to 2 servings, 371 calories. I know I don't eat anything less than a package of ramen noodles if I decided to eat ramen noodles, which is rare. Very rare. It is extremely rare for me to do that. So let's fix this real quick. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties, but it's okay. Okay, so we'll just move past that. All right. Building as we fly. All right. So here's the deal. You're eating 371 calories. Do you know what else has 371 calories? Let's look. Let's Google that real quick. What just happened? So, salmon stuffed avocados, tuna salad with egg. Let's see. Fast food. Let's look at fast foods that have it. Fast food calorie count sheet. Let's look at that real quick. Domino's Ultimate Deep Dish Extravaganza Feast is 350 calories per slice. Let's see. First of all, how many of y'all eat one slice of pizza? Five Guys with cheese, 980 calories. Ooh, Jesus. So a McDonald's quarter pounder with no cheese is closer to 371 calories. Burger King 8-piece chicken nuggets, 390 calories. Kentucky Fried Chicken original recipe chicken breast, just the breast alone, 390 calories. Medium fries, 387 calories. These are all your equivalents. Salads, no dressing. No dressing, mind you. Panera strawberry and poppy seed chicken salad is 350 calories. Blueberry muffin, 424 calories. Now we get into it. Dunkin' Donuts everything bagels, 350 calories. Einstein's Asiago cheese bagel, 300 calories. Burger King, no, that's too much. Way too high. I don't want that. I want the equivalent so that you guys understand that this is what's going on. Okay? Here we go. But here we go. Let's get back to this. In another video, Mr. Perry films himself smearing Cheetos colored ramen noodles all over his face, while in others he has seen screaming matches with his now ex-husband Orlin. But the emotional turbulence has paid off. His net worth is reportedly $7 million and a staggering sum that landed him a $2.3 million penthouse in Las Vegas. So here's the problem with that. How long are you going to enjoy that? How can you effectively enjoy that $7 million net worth when you are dancing in the 400s right now? Now, don't get me wrong. I have family, I have friends that have all done it and they have lived some awesome lives. How long will that persist? How long will that take flight? How long will that last? Mr. Perry has confronted some health consequences because of his risky lifestyle. In several videos, he's wearing a type of ventilator called a BiPAP machine that very obese people need to help them breathe as they sleep. He has also complained of blurry vision pain in his abdominal and testicular areas, erectile dysfunction, and frequent diarrhea. People, these are the consequences of overeating. These are the consequences of obesity as a man. How many of you guys want your pee-pee to not work anymore? Because let me tell you, that is a sign of cardiovascular disease. What most people don't realize is that yes, your heart and your pee-pee are intertwined. Literally. If your heart isn't working properly, or if the blood vessels in your body isn't working properly, it don't work. Mr. Johnson does not go to work. I don't care about your sexual orientation. Clearly, Mr. Perry is homosexual, but still applies. Pee-pee don't work. How many? I'm not talking about the people that man hate and to go to work. Testicular and abdominal, which means his obesity is probably compressing his bladder, putting a strain on the musculature around his spine, and last but not least, crushing his testicles. Let alone the possibility of the C word being in tow, because that's another indicator of pain. So here's the deal. What I want people to do is go ahead and put a 2 in the chat if you guys want Mr. Johnson to go to work. I'll be the first one to put it in there, so that way you understand that yes, I definitely want mine to work. I'm 47 years old, never had to use Viagra once, ever. As a matter of fact, not that I wouldn't tell you, but I'd be ashamed to tell you if I did. But I don't. I can 100% affirm that I don't. Frequent diarrhea. Where do you think that comes from? Where do you think the frequent diarrhea comes from? Because his stomach cannot absorb the nutrients necessary for him to function. So everything, his body rejects all the garbage. It runs through him like a train. And then all of a sudden, boom, he's got to go to the bathroom real quick. And considering the fact that he's 400 pounds, I'm pretty sure he doesn't get to the bathroom very quickly. Because it's not like, and let me explain something to you. 400 pounds is different on a lot of different people. I know people who are 400 pounds who are large individuals. They're big. Naturally big. They're tall. They've got a presence about them. You could clearly see in this picture here, that man is slight. You tell me if this guy right here is not, if he's a $150, he's a lot. Shoot, if he's 200 pounds, he's a lot. But that's not the biggest part of the controversy here. Because another one of them has died. Waffler 69, suspected heart attack at 33. 33 years old, dies of a heart attack. Still, Mr. Perry has not voiced any plans to reverse course in effort to restore his good health. Instead, Nikado Avocado has worried users and medical professionals who know full well what could happen to him if he does not drastically improve his health. As a matter of fact, I think he did try. But then he wasn't getting as many views on his channel, so therefore he went right back to doing what he was doing. And my thing is this. Where's your integrity? If you genuinely wanted to eat healthy on camera and that's what you wanted to do, then go for it. If you're not getting views for it, so the hell what? Let me tell you something. Whether y'all catch on now, 5 years from now, 8 years from now, a minute from now, on the information that I provide you guys, on the things that I talk about, that you find it valuable, that's up to you. The information that I put out, it's for you. But at the same time, I am not going to compromise my integrity, A, as a personal trainer, B, as a teacher, C, as a man, to just placate to your whims. That is the purpose of this channel, and I flat out refuse to go that route. So for those of y'all, funny videos, funny fail, activity, it still is thematic to what I deal with, right? But also, last but not least, it is my sixth sense of humor. That's my sense of humor. I find things like that funny, all right? I genuinely find those funny. Anybody who knows me will tell you that's my level of comedy. Now, I have a high level sense of comedy, but meaning I appreciate high level comedy. Am I a comedian? No. But make no mistake about it, I am not going to compromise myself for it. So here we go. We have to have some integrity. Viral Korean food YouTube trend. In Korea and now the US, people are watching strangers eat large quantities of food on YouTube. And why did they put Al on this? That's not cool. But anyway. And many of the top stars are earning big bucks each month. Fun fact, I remember meeting Al Roker, sort of on off topic. I remember meeting Al Roker. I didn't meet him. I saw him my mom used to work in Rockefeller Center years ago. And I came with her, and we went to go out to eat for lunch. I went to visit her. I was with her that day. And we went to, after her doing a few things, she went to stop to get some breakfast, actually. And after breakfast, we went to lunch. And we saw Al Roker eating some sort of sandwich. Al Roker at the time was huge. All right. Naturally, Al Roker is a larger man. If you look at the histrionics of his family, you will see that they are larger people in his immediate family. You're talking about mom, brother, sister, father, stuff like that, right? They were larger. However, Al Roker, on the other hand, his love of food and his busy schedule put him in the path to eating unhealthily for decades. And eventually it kind of caught up with him. He needed knee surgeries and he was trying to lose the weight and he was failing at it in times. He decided to go the gastric bypass route, saved his life. All right. But I would never accuse Al Roker of being a person that would probably go down this route. Definitely not. Mukbang, it translates to eating broadcast in South Korea, where professional mukbangers can make up to $10,000 a month, not including sponsorships from food and drink brands. Meaning, here's some free food for you to eat. Oh, by the way, if you eat it on camera and talk about it, we'll pay you handsomely for it. So I'm not going to name any company names because I don't know who's doing it, because I'm not involved in this type of stuff. So I can't speak on it to the degree of knowledge that another person who is a mukbanger can. But why do people watch mukbang? A big part of the mukbang experience is the potential ASMR component. ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, and people who experience this phenomenon claim they receive immense pleasure from watching or listening to everyday habits like whispering, hair brushing, folding clothes, and more. ASMR artists such as American YouTuber Trisha Paytas often perform in videos with food and sounds like slurping, chewing, crunching, and many other noises emitted while eating give many devotees the tingles. For mukbang fans like Sammy Bosch, who admits she initially thought watching and listening to other people eat was weird, it's almost hypnotic. I prefer the seafood, crab, and ramen videos, Bosch told Today in 2018, who credits the videos for helping curb her hunger and relieve her stress. Like I told you, I have a colleague that I recently worked with, not going to name names. They know who they are if they happen to watch this channel. That they themselves watch this to prevent themselves from eating poorly. They are very health conscious, and I'm literally watching them watch these videos, and I'm looking and my eyes are like, what in the world is going on? And I was completely oblivious to this side of life. It's people like Bosch and celebrities like Lisa Rinna's model daughters who admitted to watching mukbang on this season's The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills who keep mukbangers like Christy Caston in business. Caston, a Texas native, is the host of Yummy Bites TV, an ASMR mukbang YouTube channel where she claims she makes twice as much money as she made working a 9 to 5. I believe it. There's no doubt about the fact that the money's there. But is all money good money? Should you delete yourself through food? I mukbang every day, Caston told Today, and I make a comfortable living from it. And this is a picture of Miss Caston right here. She's clearly eating crab legs. Mukbangers chow down on everything from dozens of bowls of ramen. Dozens of bowls. Do you understand? 12. Let's do the math here, because this is ridiculous. Where's my calculator? 12 times 371. Actually, clear that, because 188 and a half, or double 188 is, what is that, 376? 12 times, clear, 12 times 376. That's 4,512 calories in one sitting. I don't care if the show is an hour or longer. That's 4,500 calories. That's twice the amount. And that's just the ramen. That's twice the amount of calories a human being needs on average. Or 1/3 your calories if you were Michael Phelps during his Olympic heyday. Mukbangers may chow down on everything from dozens of bowls of ramen to buckets of KFC, multiple pizzas, piles of crab legs, pails of candy, and even heaping helpings of salad. The pails of candy I can't even imagine, because I know for a fact I would get a huge, massive headache eating so much candy. But how much are YouTubers really making? It really depends on how you use your platform. Su Tang, who YouTube channel Mommy Tang has over 496,000 subscribers, told Today Tang, like all of the top YouTubers with monetized videos, takes a share of the ad revenue generated by views. I'm based in the US, excuse me. I'm based in the US, so payout is different from mukbangers in Korea. However, once you get popular, you can make close to $100,000 a year here in the US. There are many endorsements, ebook, and product review payouts. Another popular mukbanger, Eric Lampkin, aka Eric the Electric, told Today in 2018 that most of his revenue comes from YouTube ads and sponsorships. Although he said he's never been compensated by Krispy Kreme or In-N-Out Burger, which both frequently appear in his videos. Come on now. If I were him, I'd stop. I wouldn't eat their food I wouldn't even eat their products on camera ever again. Just for that. If I'm going to put my life at risk eating your products, the least you could do is compensate me, right? In South Korea, mukbangers are also able to cash in on digital donations from viewers with direct money transfers from fans because they want to watch them eat more. Lampkin, whose YouTube video the All-American Mukbang has over 627,000 views, said it's hard to put a number on how much money he's made in the 2 years since he started mukbanging, about once a week. But he can quantify how it's grown his social following. I've gained about 258,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel and it's almost 30,000 followers on Instagram, said the 26-year-old who is based in California and credits cycling and powerlifting for maintaining his 180-pound weight. Now amassed a $1.28 million YouTube subscribers and 135,000 Instagram followers. Yes, he's going to have to exercise excessively in order to maintain that lifestyle. As for the most craziest things he's ever eating, the most outrageous thing I've ever eaten in one sitting was 12-pound burger, now called the Lampkinator, that I had named for me after completing it in a restaurant here in San Diego. He said his foreign audience members generally like to see him eat typical American fast food items such as French fries, chicken nuggets, and burgers. The crunch of the fries and the nuggets is probably what they're looking for, and the noises that chewing a burger makes. But Lampkin added that when he's not publicly eating large quantities of food, he sticks to a very healthy diet. Despite the sensory allure of mukbangers videos, doctors and dietitians warn that this viral trend can be dangerous to both types of consumers. Didn't read this yet. I did not read this yet. This is me literally reading this to you live uncut. And I'm telling you straight up, this is not a lifestyle y'all want to live. Just literally, we're talking about eating 4,512 calories worth of ramen on camera. And I was being kind with a dozen. It said dozens. So we're talking about 9,000 to 10,000 calories per sitting. First of all, that would make me sick. I don't even know what the ramifications of what it would do to my body if I consumed that much of that. Even whether it's in one sitting or in a long-term period of eating it. I just don't know. So let's look at another video real quick. We're not doing that. Like I said, I'm doing this live. The answer is no. How about this? I won't even bother reading your stuff. Do you like that? Okay. Let's go back.
가까운 구독자를 보유하고 있는 유명 먹방 유튜버인데요. 다양한 메뉴 선정과 예쁜 외모로 인해 많은 사랑을 받고 있었죠.
Can't do that. So let's go out of this. Here's why mukbang videos attract so much controversy. Well, duh, is because you're eating high calorie dense foods on camera for entertainment not for nourishment, not for the purpose of building yourself, nothing of the sort, but just merely for a cash payout. Would you film yourself eating knowing that thousands, potentially millions were watching? Welcome to the life of a mukbanger. Now, would I eat what I normally eat on camera? Yeah, why not? If I'm going to make money off of that, fine. But what I won't do is go out of my way to try to eat extreme levels of what it is that I eat just to satisfy the egos and the emotions of people who watch. That is not the purpose of any particular video. Let's look. Watching mukbang videos can lead to addiction. For almost as long as the internet has existed, there's been a debate over its propensity to cause addiction. And these worries have only increased after the advent of social media. Perhaps unsurprisingly, then some research suggests that mukbang videos can be similarly addictive, even causing similarly harmful side effects as more severe addictions. Although we often joke about being addicted to social media or our phones, guilty as charged, for some, this is a painful reality. To understand more about the subject, we spoke to Dr. Andrew Harris of NTU Psychology at Nottingham Trent University. Discussing the content of mukbang videos, he suggested sensory stimuli of ASMR-focused mukbang videos and the narrative engagement of storytime mukbang has the ability to enhance the addictive nature. But what makes the format so compelling is multifaceted, with Dr. Harris emphasizing the context in which people watch the videos, often live, can create a social hub, meaning people return both for content and social connections. One aspect is the sensory experience they provide, including visual and auditory stimulation of food consumption, which can trigger pleasure responses similar to those associated with food addiction. Okay? Viewers can develop body image issues after watching mukbang. Mukbang content can promote overeating. Okay? So, I'm not going to hold y'all long today. Got a lot going on. So, let me land this plane real quick. Here's the deal. The mindset you have to be in to decide to put yourself in harm's way just for the sake of making money is the mindset of desperation and the mindset of low vibrations, low energy outcomes. Okay? Even though you're going to make a crap ton of money, figuratively and literally, pun intended, at what cost and how much of that will you get to enjoy? We have one died at 33. So if you've got, on average, I've seen that most of these people are like 26 years old. So you got a minimum of 7 years to get away with this before it catches up with you. Number one. Number two, to encourage you not to do this. Now, if you decide that this is your path to fitness because watching other people eat that way will make you reconsider the thought process of desiring fast food, so be it. However, the accountability aspect of this is this. You have to be held accountable for the consequences of what happens, whether it be your own demise or the demise of others. Because what you're doing is irresponsibly demonstrating your desire for likes and your desire to connect with people on such a level that you are willing to do the most destructive thing possible. You're almost no different than a drug dealer, if you want my honest opinion. Because Drug dealers sell drugs to people to make them feel good. You provide visuals to make people feel good, knowing full well it can potentially harm them if they either follow along or if they just simply go out and be inspired to eat in similar fashion. And the nutrition aspect of it is this: unless you're an Olympian, unless you're a professional athlete or The Rock, you don't need that many calories to exist on a day-to-day basis. You have to balance the fullness and the energy equation in order to find yourself being more successful in the path of fitness. It is not so simple that you just eat 2,000 calories and call it a day. It's not that simple. You also have to satiate yourself. Your brain is always going to be hungry every 2.5 to 3 hours, sometimes maybe even 5 on the extreme cases. But you must balance the necessity of your body's needs for the day and the desire for your hunger on a regular basis. It's kind of the reason why I get away with eating some of the foods that I eat, because I don't get hungry as often as other people do. So therefore, when I eat, I can eat high density foods and then go for hours at a time and not eat. And I still exercise. On the flip side, if I know that I'm getting hungry often, I gotta tone down the desires of high calorie dense foods in order to be the best you.